What am I feeling? In my current context, in this current moment, I actually feel exhausted, literally by breathing because of nasal congestion. That might be too much information, but the exhaustion also lends into what I am feeling about the world, because there's so much going on. And it feels like even as I am trying to breathe, people are also trying to catch their breath. I heard someone say something about, I believe it was Howard Thurman, speaking about the last breath in an exhausted lung. And I think that right now we may be in a space of trying to catch that last breath. Not to say that it is our last breath, but like that one inhale, right? So that we can get to the next exhale. So that exhaustion can in some way, shape, or form just kind of wear away, that we can somehow find strength.
Man, it is heavy right now. We're in a weird place. You know, we got the war going on. It seems like there's constant war. It's just a really strange place that we're at in the world, where it doesn't seem like there's that much hope. I was talking to a friend last night, and he was talking about how, 2014, 2015, it was going up, and all of a sudden 2016 hit, and it seemed like everything started crumbling. And we're just at a strange place right now where it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. It's a very strange world that we live in that I don't think anybody asked for. Like, who asked for this?
Yeah, things are not so good right now, all around in general, anywhere you turn, whether it be internationally, but specifically here in the city. Homelessness is rampant, house rates are high, a large sense of distrust here as far as things go here in Marion County. Everybody want to be up north, don't know. Everybody want to say they from Indianapolis, but nobody want to actually be from Indianapolis. It's sad that the community that's been curated over, almost 200 years has seemingly come to an end simply because people don't really trust one another. It's kind of hard to continue to walk around and have people not want to be a part of the city. Not me though. I love this place. I love this place more than I love myself.
What's going on in the world, what's going on in my city, is a mixture of power, authority, abuse, education and miseducation, intentional confusion, purposeful chaos, and maybe prophecy fulfilled. So it's heavy. And it's across layers, and we can feel it whether we're conscious of it or not. It's heavy.
The first thing that comes to mind is that I'm really appreciative of just being here. Recently turned 36 years old. I have a 2-year-old who just turned 2 a month before me. And with the world being in the state that it is, I feel grateful to be able to say that's been happening. But the world is heavy. The world is heavy right now. And it feels like as an individual in this world, there's a lot on my shoulders for some reason. I mean, I just said I had a kid, so that feels heavy. Trying to be a parent, trying to take care of my family, and trying to do all of that while being an immigrant via adoption from Korea, and seeing people who look like me, seeing people who don't look like me under siege in clear and present danger by our own government. That feels heavy. And it feels heavy to have to hold up multiple truths in a way that requires us to stand in defiance of said government. And by standing in defiance, I mean standing up for what's right, standing up for people, standing up for humanity.
Right now, I feel excited for opportunity. I see it at every turn in the city. Indianapolis is booming with chances and opportunities to win and collaboration. We do it so well. I think what feels heavy is seeing so much struggle and pain and hate and divisiveness in the world, and reconciling how I can still feel so excited and happy and opportunistic about the collaborations that are upon us and the future that we have ahead of us, when every day you see pretty bleak news and overall leadership and policies that just don't feel connected to what people really want.
The day is new, and I'm excited about the trajectory. I think even for the older generation, they can see the new day that's upon us. And it's exciting because we get to see an era end and an era begin. And I think this might be one of the first eras that watches an era, a big impactful era, begin whilst another era is overlapping it and hopefully ends and exits gracefully.
You know, what's good in the world, or what I'm happy about in the world, is that it's an ever-changing, ever-growth of the universe. I feel like we got evidence to see that God is real through different growths, technologies, and love, and different vibrations of just human beings in general. I think that even though we are coming to different changes and evolving, and things are a lot different than the original humans are telling the story of creativity and God in a different way. I could appreciate that.
have been here in the city of Indianapolis all my life. 317 is something that I found that is in my blood. The city has taught me how to move with purpose. It showed me what community looks like and when people actually show up for each other. It also showed me the gaps and the places that still have work to do. As we see the world around us turn into something that we don't recognize, I always turn back and remember of the beautiful memories from Classic Weekend to going to Lafayette Square Mall with my big sister back in the early 2000s. But what I love about Indy is that people here don't wait for permission to build. They just build.
What feels hopeful is that we have each other and we have community, whether that's a small community like your neighborhood or a religious community, but we have each other and we have people, and we know that there is another side of whatever it is that we're experiencing individually or collectively. There is another side of whatever it is that feels heaviest or whatever that feels most challenging. There's another side of it, because history has taught us that. And then for the believers, I feel like we know that, so for people who are believers, I think it feels hopeful to know that we have someone who's been through whatever it is that we're experiencing, and we have a friend in Jesus, and that feels hopeful. And I think also that people in general are moving towards community and realizing that we do only have each other. When we can't rely on the systems and the structures that are supposed to be helping us or protecting us or keeping us safe, when they don't work, then we have each other.
We should be at a place where, food is unlimited and poverty is not around, isn't existent anymore. There's enough to go around, but it seems like it's the opposite, And locally in the city, I feel like Black people's voices are just being overlooked and lost and forgotten. Like you guys had your moment when Obama was president, or you guys had a moment after George Floyd, but it's over now. It's back to work, it's back to business, back to getting you guys out of the way and back to being in the background, It's a rough time, and honestly, I don't know how people are coping with this. My only way to cope to this is, going to church and hearing a word from Yeshua, reading my Bible and getting inspiration from that. But outside of that, I'm not really sure how people are coping with this. But we need healing. We need love. We need support systems. We need calls. People need to call people more often and not just texting people, but actually getting on the phone or meeting people and asking them, having real talk, like, how are you really doing? We really just need better communication, or we need empathy for individuals, because you never know what somebody's going through, but you guarantee that they're going through a lot, because a lot is going on right now. Like I said, it's nothing that any of us asked for. But just, every day I just take a deep breath. I ask Yah what he wants me to do that day, and I ask for blessings and peace reassurance.
And so, with the way of the world, that feels heavy because there is something going on in our backyard. There's something going on in the backyard of the country and in the backyard of the world with wars that we didn't ask for, and children who are starving, and cities that still don't have clean water, and governments that make decisions based on how they feel without consideration for the rest of the world. What feels heavy? Grief feels heavy, especially when you are a person who can feel what other people feel. It feels heavy, and sometimes it feels frustrating. And what else feels heavy? All the construction that's taking place in Indianapolis. It is a yes and. Yes, construction is taking place, and that means that, new apartments and homes are being built, new schools are being built, new roads are being built, and the old roads are hopefully finally being taken care of. But that can still feel heavy when you're used to being able to get to a particular place in a certain amount of time. And now you can't. And that means more than driving on the road.
And for those of us in the Nappy City, we are surrounded by oppression. Our beauty, our hustle, our brightness, our joy is surrounded by oppression. So it's harder here also. We create harder here because of that. So that's what's hopeful, because we are hopeful because we are finding out more about who we are and whose we are and what we should know, what there is to know is that there is order, and order anchored in love is safe.
And I'll say just one thing I want the world to know about the earth is that, or not even just the earth, just human beings, is that we live through creativity. If you are creative, if you're somebody that has a passion or something that you do, that's the way that humans are showcasing our souls. Our souls live through creativity. If you got a soul, man, allow your soul to be flourishing and allow it to have a chance by giving it something creative to do.
I think what pushes me out the door every day is that feeling of hope. And I think what makes me hopeful is the city that we reside in, Indianapolis. I think the city, and more specifically the people in this city, inspire me, give me hope, and they kind of open the door for me. They crack the door open so that I can step outside the door and step out into this heavy world and try and take small incremental steps forward to do better for myself, for my kid, for my wife, for our family, for the city itself, and then by extension, the rest of the people on this planet. I think that's what gives me hope, are these people.
I will say what is hopeful to me is I believe we have to go through this as a people, as a city, as humankind to get to where we ultimately will be so that we can all thrive and be happy and succeed and really build on the possibilities that are available. That gives me a lot of hope to know that everything happens for a reason. And I stay grounded in that, and I try to remember that in everything that I do. And I also am hopeful knowing that my little piece of joy, my excitement about an opportunity can counter some of the hate and the negativity that feels so accessible right now and so in our face. So I just really try to hold on to that. I know I can be the change. I think Indy is a place that reinforces that over and over again. And I'm grateful that I'm surrounded by a community that proves that over and over again. And so that keeps me moving forward, and that keeps the work exciting in spite of the traumatic things that we sometimes see. We can still be the joy.
I think reality is resurfacing. And I think the people of the socials and then all the things involved in the internet are now recognizing the facade that was created. And people are emerging from it to reality. I think what's heavy on me is the burden of financial gain. And I hope people fall out of love with money fast enough to be impactful to other people's future. Moreover, I love the concept of, and it might be a little heavy, but I love the concept of Black people readopting Black culture. Because without getting too heavy, I think a big turning point for a lot of people is when Black people started to adopt white culture. And anybody can get it.
I think what people should hear and know, kind of like along those lines, is that like people in general, our people, Black people, but people in general have gone through difficult, challenging times before. They've gone through war times. They've gone through just challenging times. And so that we know that we can. I want people to know that you can always reach out to another person or a mental health professional. I'm a mental health professional. And so that and to be in community with one another. And those are the answers, I think. I also think that people should know that a lot of times, like the things that we're experiencing, they feel really heavy, or they may feel Like there is another side of it, but usually there always is. And so it's about how do you find the silver lining in whatever situation you're experiencing, and or what am I supposed to learn or be gathering from this time that I'm in.
What feels hopeful? Joy. Joy feels hopeful. Knowing that in some way, shape, or form, there are glimmers of joy that await us. So that even with the breath of that exhausted lung, as we inhale, there's an exhale that is on the way, and that joy can revive us. What feels hopeful? Community feels so very hopeful. Knowing that there is a hand that I can hold and someone who can lean on my shoulders. What feels hopeful? Knowing that another day is coming. And like my granny and them used to say, this too shall pass. And when it does, we have another opportunity to do it better as we attempt to do it again.
To every young person with a pen, a brush, a camera, or a beat, your creativity is not a hobby. It is infrastructure. It's how this city tells the world who it is and what it believes in. And don't let anyone shrink that gift. The art that you make today will become the culture that this city stands on tomorrow. To every young man, young woman growing in the city right now, you are the reason people like me come back. This city sees you, I see you. Indianapolis, Indiana, you deserve your flowers. And I hope that your Uncle Herb can come and help grow.
So if there was one thing that I could share, one thing that I could say to the world, to the people of Indianapolis on this day, 317 day, it is don't give up hope. You're not alone in this journey, in this life, in this world. We're in it together, and even if you feel alone, you are not.
I can't imagine a world in where I wouldn't be from Indianapolis. INDI, Indianapolis, Indy, and Marion County, 3-1 Heaven, 7-6 Live. That's what's important. And if we're able to bring back the community, the sense of belonging, the sense of togetherness that I think we at one point in time had, or at least were close to having, well, I'll be better off for it. It's not, East Side versus West Side, even though I'm a far East Sider for life. It's the haves and the have-nots. It's Indianapolis against everybody. And if no one's else gonna look out for us, we gonna look out for us. I love this city more than I love myself. And I can't imagine being any other place than right here. Indianapolis born, Indianapolis bred, and I'll be Indianapolis till I'm Indianapolis dead. How you what?